Hi guys, welcome to my first video of Inktober. This isn't actually posted on the correct day, but I am a little bit behind. I understand that. I have the video filmed of all of the drawings that I've done so far. I am up to date drawing wise, but not video wise. So yeah, I wanted to address a few things in this, such as why I put the word failure on the thumbnail, and also sort of talk a little bit about Inktober and my views on Inktober. So with Inktober, it's basically a monthly challenge where you choose a prompt list. There's an official one, there's also an official pen list or a tools list, and it's ran by someone called Jake Parker, and he invented this as like a challenge for himself, and most people follow the same traditional sort of challenge of just using ink and that's it. However, some people use like coloured inks, some people then go on to colour their stuff, some people fully colour their stuff, and I don't really mind what route you take your Inktober pieces personally. I think it's, you know, it's just, if you're not challenging yourself, then that's your prerogative at the end of the day. If you're choosing not to push yourself a little bit, then that's up to you, and you're well within your right to do either thing. You can push yourself, and if you don't feel like pushing yourself, you can do something that you're used to. So for me, Inktober this month is very much just self-indulgent. I'm not gonna lie, I chose a prompt list that is just My Hero Academia prompts, and I love this show so much, and I don't get to draw the characters often enough. I just want to draw the characters all the time. They're just so beautifully designed. And so the prompt list on day one, so that the prompt for day one was it's just Bakugo now. You choose your best boy, and that's like a term in the series. So you say like, oh, who's your best boy, who's your best girl, and it's your favourite male character or favourite female character. And yeah, so mine personally is Bakugo. And I'll talk a little bit about why I like Bakugo a little bit later on. But if you want to check out any of the tools, the sketchbook, or anything that I'm using, I have a video called Tools and Prompts, I think. I'll put it in the card at the top, and you can see everything that I am intending to use for Inktober. So yes, why did I stick the word failure on the thumbnail? Oh boy. So I'm going to talk a little bit about self-criticism and self-value and self-worth when it comes to art, your own art, and also why I believe in sort of following your mistakes and owning up to your mistakes and going with them in order to improve on them. And I took forever, that I think this is the main reason I'm actually delayed with Inktober, other than the fact that I just got my desk and I couldn't find any of my pens, and I had to like unpack a ton of stuff, and I found my pens. And yes, the other thing that put me back was that I did this Bakugo piece on day one and I hated it. I absolutely hated it, and there's so many glaring errors, like I can see them, and it's to the point where I think like it's not just what I can see wrong with it, I think they're going to be very, very obvious errors. And the more I drew, I was like, come on, I can fix this, I can do this, I can go with it, like I don't have to do it again. The more unhappy I got, but I was sticking through with it, and I think a lot of it came from my anxiety now about recording video. I've been away for a long time, and I am very worried about how you guys will receive me coming back. I'm not going to lie, I'm worried that people will hate me for it, and that people just won't have stuck around, and I don't expect people to have done it, but it's just kind of sad. Like I feel like I've let a lot of people down, but I've been told that's probably not the case. So filming this for YouTube was quite daunting. It was like doing my first video, and actually doing my first video I had no expectations or audience, so I think it was a little bit scarier than doing my first video. However, I just kept at this drawing. I was determined to make it happen because I liked how I inked his hair and his like headband thing from his hero costume. Bakugo is so extra, it's ridiculous. And yeah, so I liked how I inked that. I kept erasing and drawing the face and erasing and drawing the face. I didn't know what expression to give him. Bakugo is quite expressive, but mostly anger or violent sort of expressions. Or he's just annoyed or something like that. But he has a wide range of expression and facial expression within that. And I wanted to capture that, and I still don't think I did. Like, I didn't want to exaggerate it too much, and I didn't want to exaggerate it too little, and I think in the end I exaggerated it too little. And I think you can just see where I just kept messing up and like going over it, and I was like, So I didn't post this, and I just got really angry at myself, and I actually just, I can't remember what I did. I went and angrily did something completely irrelevant, and I was like, I'm not going to post it, I'm not going to film the video, I'm going to do it all again. And it was already like the 2nd of October by this point, and I was just like, I've got no time. And so it's difficult when you're really let down by yourself, because you ask people if you think it's okay or stuff like that, and people might think you're fishing for compliments, or because they see you in a bad mood that they don't want to make you worse or upset you. And I was worried about that as well. I wasn't really listening to what anyone was saying. They're like, what's wrong with it? What do you think's wrong with it? And I was like, just everything. And it was really aggravating me, and that anger actually crossed over into days 2 and 3. And it's weird when you take your art that personally. I think there's a line where you can't take stuff too personally, especially if you're self-critiquing, because you're going to just upset yourself. And I think a lot of us are just trained to dislike our art. I think that initially liking your art or enjoying your art or being proud of what you've done is actually seen as a sign of big-headedness, of arrogance. And it's just like when, say for example, someone compliments you on your appearance and you go, oh thank you, or I know, or something like that, instead of, oh no, that's not me. It's all linked into this sort of self-confidence where you don't throw back compliments and stuff, and I think you should be like that with yourself. I think if you're proud of something, you should totally own it and not be afraid of someone looking down at you. Like sometimes I'll go through my artwork and I'm like, do you know what, I was actually kind of proud of that. So pieces like my Cuphead painting, I'm still actually really proud of that. And to the point where I was taking it to Comic-Con to sell the original painting. I had it on my online store, no one was buying it, and I was like, oh well, it mustn't be that good. And I was like, do you know what, screw it, I am the biggest fan of that piece and I will buy it for myself. So I kept my own painting, and it's in a frame ready to go up in my house, which sounds like really big-headed, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like, you are allowed to be proud of what you make. You're the one who made it, you know? Like, it's like when someone's proud of their child, you know? They made the child. Or they might have brought up the child, or might know the child, and they could be proud of that child. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that because one of our closest friends gave birth recently, and I'm just like, whoa, what the hell? But yeah, anyway, I think own your mistakes, but also be proud of what you've made. Like, own up to your mistakes, take responsibility for your mistakes, and move on. But also be proud of your work and post it anyway. Ah! Oh, I do not like that Bakugo painting. Oh, drawing. Anyway guys, subscribe for more Inktober's, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!